What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. Just want to do a quick one, whatever. This one is about relationships, right? And I see relationships between men and women, obviously. I feel like they work better when both parties are busy, when they consistently have things on their schedule that needs to be done, because this makes a progressive person. A progressive person don't have time to screw around. They don't have time to waste with anything because they're constantly exercising progression, not problems, but solving problems, situations, and issues by staying on task, right? So when you got two people who are dedicated to their work, right, and they got drive because they got to get things done, right, they don't have much time to play around when they do have their interactions with each other. When it's time for them to engage in their relationship, now they actually have real quality time because they're not getting much time with each other. See, it's those relationships where, you know, they're trying to be like this. Those clingy relationships, those are the ones that be having all the problems. The ones where both people is about their business, their goal, they're dedicated to consistency. You don't really got time for all that, because work alone takes a lot out of you. You feel what I'm saying? You got to put a lot of energy to getting things done anyway, depending on how hard you're trying to go for it, right? And that's what I'm saying. The more progressive people that are in a relationship, I feel like would do a lot better because, you know, they're not building tension, but they're building space. So that when they're able to interact with each other, they actually have decent quality time. Because everybody wants to respect quality time because you don't get much of it. So I think you can become very successful in your relationship when you're not constantly relying on this person being there every single step, every single way, and every single move. And I also mean that by, so say when you get off of work, every day you don't got to do this, but some days take out that time for yourself. You don't always got to go get her or go get him and go to the park or enjoy things. Start doing those things on your own as well, because that is your quality time. The more quality time you have for yourself, the more quality person you'll be, the more quality you'll have to offer to your relationship, you know, or to your partner. So that's going to be very important, staying busy and making sure that you stand in your own bubble. A relationship ain't supposed to be all these hours every day, you know what I'm saying, with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? You're coming together significantly at the end of the day because you're able to mend both worlds. And if both worlds were progressive, then you should have a progressive relationship. And you should have a decent structural foundation that's pretty solid at the end of the day, because you guys have a consistent schedule and a routine pattern that you work on for the most part. Not saying it's tradition, but you kind of created a routine for your lifestyle to where you're not, you know, straining your energy out of your relationship. You see what I'm saying? So most things should be self-sufficient between both people. And then when it's time to come together on bigger issues, that's when you come together and then, you know, you make the ends meet that way. But I feel like when you're out of each other's face for, you know, a certain amount of period of time for the day, you know, it's just so much more, it's so much more enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather drink on the job, or would you rather finish the job and then drink and have your time to enjoy? You see what I'm saying? So you put it into the side to have that enjoyment. You see what I'm saying? But at least you'll have that at the end of the day anyway. You feel me? Because sometimes you're going to have rough days. Sometimes you're going to want somebody to be there and this, that, and the third. And you feel me? You'll have that. You'll have that. So that'll be the good thing about it. And having that companionship, you know, that's not saying constantly there, but always will be there when you need them. And that's the most important thing. So as long as you're going to be there for them, they're going to be there for you when you need them at the right time. You know what I'm saying? I think things will work pretty well. But stop focusing on what they can do for you. Get things done for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you stay in communication. Know how to communicate. Don't dominate conversations. When someone's trying to speak, let them speak. If you're in a conversation, don't overdo it. Don't talk for 3 minutes straight and you hear them trying to take a breath, trying to cut in, and you still going and going and going while you change your subjects and everything. No, it's time for them to elaborate, because y'all in a relationship together. Y'all got to build it together. So you're going to build it upon communication as well. So know your turn and know your place when to speak. You understand? And that goes for both men and women, because even the man got to know his place and his turn when it's time to listen, because you need to understand what is on your woman's mind. You feel me? If you're going to be building with that woman, you got to have insight. And the only way you're going to get that is if you listen. See what I'm saying? So, till next time, it's your boy Doc Illuminati. Peace. One love.